describe her as this like a very high energy. She's the life of the party. You know, she walks in and it's just all like, "Hello, everybody, what's up?" It's just like kind of like you, Jen Cone, walking in.
Oh.
And so I guess because I know that Junkrat loves to explode stuff, but I hadn't connected those things because for me it was like a personality that was different to him. I'm not thinking about the skills and what they do and their powers like in our heroes' powers in Overwatch. So I was just like, oh, she's kind of like Lucio. She's cool. She's suave. She's.
That's what.
They were like, Carol, we want to talk to you, get to know you. We want to really merge Raze and you. And they said, as soon as we heard your first line in the audition, we just knew it was you. And I'm like, oh my God. And I went with my gut there. I really like, I've stopped worrying about like, what do they want? What should I do to make them like me? It's like, no, this is what I think she is. So like the first like line was like, woo! We're going to do this. And I think that probably scared them, you know, like, because it was just so.
Scared them into falling in love, scared them into like casting boners. I mean, this was, yeah.
The director's like, Zach, would you like to go first? He goes, no, Dave, you take it. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting fired. I'm getting fired.
You're like, already, this is too soon. This is right.
And David starts. So last session, you started off and like you were killing the lines and everything was just sounding beautiful. And then things started sounding stale. And I was like, wait, what? But I thought we were on good terms. They were like, and it's because we realized the writing was shit. They were like, we want you to call this guy a jerk. What would you say in Portuguese? And I had asked Danny, Maisie Groby, however I say that, before she knew I was on Riot, because I couldn't tell anybody. I said, hey, if I were a Baiana from Brazil, what would I say? And so she, you know, there were some terms for like calling somebody a jerk, like, and so I threw that out, but it wasn't working. And so then I said, they were like, well, what does that translate to in English? And I'm like, it's just kind of like, oh, you're so dumb. And they're like, oh my God, just call the guy dumb. And we're like, okay. So it was like this back and forth playing with languages and like, and accents that was really, really fun. And I also understand on the Brazilian and Latino side, like we love to kind of connect on another level with people, even if they're like our upper, like our boss or whatever. Earlier, they had said, you know, women in video games are just badasses who are like, whatever, don't mess with me because I'm going to kill you. But like, Raze is more than that. She's not just this woman who's just going to throw grenades and like pretend to be a man. She's actually like, she's like a tomboy, but she's feminine and she's bad, you know, and she's funny and I was like, dude, that's what I've been struggling my whole life. Like, I love dressing like a dude sometimes, and I love wearing lipstick, and sometimes I swear like a sailor, but it doesn't mean I'm not ladylike. And so all of a sudden, like I connected to Raze on this whole other level that I was like, guys, we're here together. So that was my crazy experience with Raze, and that's where I understood for the first time, like, hey guys, I wasn't born and raised in Brazil, but sometimes there's something about a character that speaks to you more than a Brazilian with a perfect accent is going to necessarily connect to. And I get it. I get the Brazilians that are going, why the hell is this Colombian chick doing this? And I go, it's not about that. It's about the personality and the heart.
It's big. It's deeper. It's bigger.
And I think that Sombra, I have her dark sense of humor, you know. But she's a badass in a way that, like, you know, doesn't exist in me. And I think that Raze is more me in a personality sense, you know? And that's when I just said, fuck it. I'm just gonna do this. And if I don't book it, whatever, but I'm doing what's most authentic to me right now. In my Brazilianness, you know, because I'm obsessed with Brazil and the food and the culture and the music and the people and the capoeira and the samba and everything.